Welcome. Sit down, roll up, pour up, turn up and tune in, because you're now watching the Buncher Bull Network.
What up? Welcome to the world's dopest podcast, the Marley State of Mind podcast. Down here at the Bunch of Bull Studios like we are every Saturday. And tonight, we got a special guest in the house. We got my homegirl Ryane with me.
What's up, everyone? I hope everyone's having an amazing night tonight.
For sure. I appreciate you joining me tonight.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having me tonight.
For sure. How was the trip then? How you feeling?
Honestly, it was really nice. Zero traffic. You know, got to enjoy a nice breeze. No rain. It was beautiful out today.
Yeah, it really was.
It's almost like the sun came out for us or something.
I know. Straight up. It did, too. To kick off the interview saying how I was introduced to the artist, how I come to find the artist. And it's funny sometimes, I'm sure you probably don't even remember this, but sometimes artists don't remember how these things came about. And the first time I seen you perform was at Level Up Studios. Shout out to Mario, that's my guy. And you had another young man with you. I can't remember who he was, but you guys did like this. This dope back and forth thing.
Colin. He went by CJ.
Oh, so you recall this?
I do remember. I believe we did Snake that evening.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
There's a lot of dope artists, and that was my first introduction to you. And I thought you had a real dope sound, dope vibe.
Thank you so much.
And I've been kind of tuned in ever since. And I've seen your growth and the evolution of you throughout that time, and the different things you've been doing. And I've been following from afar. I'm a big fan of the culture and what we have here locally, as far as homegrown talent. And you are super talented vocalist, so I was excited when you agreed to come on. So from then to now, and even before is what we're going to do. Like on this program, I like to touch on the artists and how they came to be, and really get people touched in on your journey. So for you, with music, when was it that you first realized that I'm talented? I want to be more than a spectator in music. I want to be a participant.
I think, honestly, my mom is what really brought focus to me. She was the one that really watched me as I grew up and me get influenced by everything. She ran a dance school when we lived in Alaska. Okay. She danced at Point Park a lot of times. She didn't even go to school there. She just danced there.
Yeah.
So that's how involved she was. And, she had me involved in the church with music-wise, and she told me that I was humming before I could even talk.
Yeah.
So it's like music was always just there.
So mom was a performer as well.
Oh, yeah. Mom. Yeah. Hi, Mom. She's probably watching right now. But, yeah, she is 100% the reason I've always been in love with the arts. Yeah. It was always a safe place for her, and she demonstrated that it could be a safe place for myself as well. So
you found a lot of comfort in performing in the music.
So let's see, when I was about 15, 14 years old, I was singing the national anthem for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Oh, that's fire.
So that was about 40,000 people.
Oh, that's crazy.
And my mom was throwing up on the field, not throwing up on the field, but about to throw up on the field. And I'm over here being like, all right, let's get this going. Yeah. So I feel like I've always loved, just being out there.
Performing, yeah.
Yeah.
How did that opportunity come about?
My mom. So my mom networked for me when I was a kid. So she had a lot of friends. She was very extroverted, very involved in the city and everything.
She even danced at the university, even though she didn't attend.
Yep, and she was just very involved any way she can get out. And so she'd meet all these people who were connected throughout. And she met someone that was connected with entertainment aspect of PNC Park. Mm-hmm. And somehow I got an audition, and then here we are. I'm singing it for Labor Day.
That's dope.
I know.
So you said you weren't nervous. You were ready to go.
Oh, I was ready. I was nervous after. It was weird. I don't get nervous before, but I get nervous after. I think it's more about I hope I did a good job. I hope I killed that.
Are you often your own worst critic when it comes to
100%.
Yeah.
And it's a big thing that I had to learn with, and I feel like, especially as an artist, we do it start started as like creatively, and then we get that perfectionist side where
Yeah.
it's like, oh, now it's a product.
Right.
Now it's like, this has to be perfect. And then you really have to like bring yourself back and be like, okay, but why did you start doing this in the first place?
Yes.
You know, why is your heart beating for it?
Yeah, at the core of it, why are you doing this?
And then that's whenever I ground myself, because I'm a Capricorn,
Yeah.
when I come back to that, that's whenever it's like I open my eyes again and the tunnel like opens up again, and I'm like, okay, I see the vision now, let's get back on board.
Now, with that being said, like the perfectionist side, does it prevent you from putting out music a lot of times? Because
Yes.
You don't
Oh my
feel that-
gosh.
You don't feel it's up to your standards?
My producer, Jules412, oh my God, he almost ripped my head off because I was sitting on music for the longest time.
Yeah.
And it was a big, confidence. It's about, building my sound back, figuring out who I was.
Mm-hmm.
I was going through a huge ego death and, learning that, like, I'm still just an artist figuring it out too.
Right.
I don't have everything put together. Like, what everyone sees that I put out, like, you only see what I show you. You don't
Right.
actually see what happens behind the scenes. And a lot of it
what
is...
goes into it.
And sometimes it's organized chaos. Sometimes it's disorganized chaos,
Yeah.
Sometimes life just happens and my things get thrown off. But just like everybody else in everyday life, you got to pick back up and keep going.
Yeah, and what you're saying, like how your life affects your music, I noticed as I was listening this week to your music, because I like to try to tap in whenever I'm doing this. A lot of this stuff sounds like it's from experience. A lot of your music comes from your life. Is that a big part of you? Has that always been a part of you? Is like music is like cathartic? Are you using it as like therapy to tell a story or to get feelings out?
So when I grew up as a kid, I was about 7 years old. My mom bought me my first keyboard. And that's when I would learn chords. That's when I realized like I wanted to do music. So once I understood chords and I can make things, I started adding words to it.
Did you figure that out on your own? Yeah.
And then, well, actually, a big part of it was shout out to Christina Aguilera. Her Stripped album, I would put that on repeat in my room. And I was in 6th grade, by the way. So I was singing songs I didn't even understand yet. And so I had her Stripped album on repeat. And I loved her storytelling aspect. And I would just kind of like listen to my mom, on her girlfriend talks, talking about what she's going through and just hearing her life experiences, and I would write them like they were mine.
Right.
So it's like I'm writing about heartbreak, but it's like the most heartbreak I've ever had is when my Bratz dolls broke up. So it's
Right.
like,
Do you still do that at times? Do you use other people's experiences?
Yeah, I
to
like
draw
to-
inspiration.
I tell my friends to tell me their stories. I like when my friends give me things to write about, or just watching life topics. Or a lot of times what I'll do is my friend Hannah Daisy watches me do this all the time, where we'll just be having a conversation and I'll be like, oh my God, that'll be great lyrics. And I'm like, hold on, wait. And then I'll pick up my notes in my phone and I'll write it in there and save it for like a future time when I have a melody to it.
Yeah.
Just because I get inspired by everything around me.
Life inspires. you.
Everything.
Yeah.
Like, I could watch a mailman, step on dog shit and I'd be inspired by it.
Like, hold on.
Like, oh my God, like, and the way he reacted, I'd be like, ooh, like that high note, like that could be, I like the way that I elicited that cry, like I could hear that.
Yeah. No,
Weird
that's dope.
shit, weird shit.
That's dope. Has it always been like that for you in life? Like, even before you got involved in music, did you just draw inspiration from life?
Oh yeah.
Because even when we were talking off camera before we got here, I can tell you're very in tune with yourself, very in tune with the world around you. Is that something that's always been a part of you?
So if this kind of
That type of
helps
intuition?
explains this, my mom let me be very creative growing up. You'll see that she has a huge influence on me. My mom convinced me that I was a witch until I was about 12 years old. Literally, that is how
Like,
no
what kind-
no
like,
boundaries
Hold
are
on now.
created.
Like, what kind of witch? Like,
So like she
double
convinced
bubble, toilet
yes, like
trouble type?
Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Like she had me convinced that like when I turned 16, I was gonna go to broom school and fly around. It's like, so she was a single mom. She had to keep us in line.
Yeah.
So my grandmother would be watching us, right? She'd be watching us from out the window. Me and my brother would be fighting in the front yard, and I like would push him or he'd push me, and my grandma would call my mom and tell her, but wouldn't tell us. Would have no idea. We'd come home, my mom would be like, so I was at work, looking at my crystal ball and I saw you pushed your brother. Why'd you do that? And I'm like, oh my God.
Like, she's watching
She
me.
can see me. Like, you know how when they're like,
That
oh, I
had to
got
be- that
eyes
had
in
to
the
be
back of my
terrifying.
head.
That'd be terrifying.
Well, my mom definitely, like, I love my mom. I respected her, but the real, like, have fear in your parents, she did that.
Yeah.
But she did it in a good way, too, where it's
Right.
like, she did it in a fun way. Like, she told me, she's like, well, if you're bad, Ryan, you're going to melt in the bathtub. I believed her. I was so good. I was so scared. She had my daycare teachers in on it. Everyone. Like, I was, like, like, what was it, about like 12 years old? I think she told me, because she's like, oh my gosh, like, my girl is getting older. Like, I can't like let her go to middle school, like telling people she's a freaking witch.
She's about to be a witch.
Like, I'm gonna get bullied.
Yeah,
like, I'm literally gonna go in the trash cans and stuff like that.
Were you telling kids? Did you tell your friends? Like,
hell yeah, I told my friend Courtney, and she looked at me like I was crazy.
Courtney probably went and told her friends, like,
yeah, she probably like, damn, this weird ass girl told me she's a freaking witch.
No, so it definitely sounds like she had a lot of influence in, you know, not only your life, but certainly your musical aspirations and your career. Now, you said you got your keyboard at the age of 7. You learned chords. Were you making original songs at that point?
Yep.
Or as early as 7?
Yeah, so, and I actually still have my original songbook that I have about like 13 written songs. They're all like handwritten in there. The first one, I believe, was 5th grade. And it was about a song about like someone packing up and leaving me, and like me begging them to come back and all that stuff. And I think it was just more of a watching like movies or like hearing what my mom was going through in her relationship time. But yeah, it was just, I would just take everything around me and just kind of write whatever was going on. And that's kind of how I started to learn about songwriting and like different hooks and structures, about like, you know, first verse, hook, how a bridge is something different and kind of like brings back exciting about like the true structure of songwriting.
Right. What kind of music were you listening to as you were growing up?
Oh, my mom.
What were some of those early influences?
Let's see. Kelly Clarkson, Jackson 5, Earth, Wind and Fire, Madonna, heavy Madonna, TLC. And then that was a lot of my mom's influences. But then when I started kind of like reaching out at my own, like I was definitely a 90s girl. Like I loved NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera.
Live stuff.
Like if you can hear in my music, you can hear a lot of like the 90s, 2000s influences in there. And it's just because like I wanted that era to come back so badly. So God bless that we are finally making a comeback. Like it's almost like it came for me, which I'm going to take for myself. But, you know, yeah, definitely the 90s, 2000s, huge inspiration for me. And that's what I kind of grew into myself. And like I brought up about Christina Aguilera's Stripped album. Like that cultivated a lot of like what I wanted to do, as well as her original album, her first album, which was titled just Christina. And her like, come on over, baby. And like What a Girl Wants. And, you know, Genie in a Bottle. Like all that really was like, I want to make music like that.
Do you still carry that with you today?
Oh, 100%. I actually just made a song about like my birthday that I'm gonna be coming up soon. A little secret for you guys.
Okay.
And it's really tied like that. You know, I very much sing rap on it. It's very like, it's like I go way too fast on it, but fast enough where you guys can like really enjoy it. It's a big tongue twister, but like it's a project where I really worked hard on to make sure that I gave you guys a different energy, but like an energy side that I wanted to do for a long time.
Right. No, that's dope. I'm looking forward to hearing that for sure. And so you had the 90s influence. You started making songs as early as 5th grade. When was the first time you recorded a song?
So we're going to get a little deep with this one.
Sure.
So in 2020, June of 2020, I lost one of my best friends. Her name was Lanika, one of the most beautiful, radiant souls I've ever met. And she was someone who has always wanted me to take my music to the next level. You know, she was always one of my friends. So in the back of my mind, it was like, you know, like, Ryan, what are you doing? Like, you're capable of dominating this industry. What are you doing?
Did she hear you like singing in the car and like this?
So
did you share like the stuff you wrote with
There's
her?
actually a video. This is the turning point that made me really push. Was one night I was really going through it, and I went through my messages and I just typed her name in, and I got sent this video right at the bottom of it. And it's the actual video is whenever I was in 10th grade. She was a senior at the time. And it was a video of her recording me at my piano, playing a song for her. And I could hear her giggle right at the end. And it was like that one little push that like she was here with me again. Yeah. And I'm like, I gotta do this. So I wrote this song called War. And it was the first song that I ever recorded in a studio. JD, John Dommett, ID Labs, actually.
Yeah, we had JD on the show. Make sure y'all check out that episode.
Yeah, I love him. Me and him have a great history. He's one of the first people that has ever recorded me. And he recorded War for me. And it was the song is about, like, I had to choose myself, and I had to choose not letting this pain grow into a wound so badly that it turned into a scar. And what I did is I dropped that song. It was more for me, it was like, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. Like, I would not be able to sleep at night until this thing came out.
Yeah.
And the amount of responses that I got, the feedback that I got, where people were saying, like, Ryan, like, you really made me feel like I wasn't alone for a moment. Like, I felt like, you know, your words really touched me.
What inspired that song for you? What was it that made you write that?
So after losing her, I realized that, like, I was going through a really dark depression. You know, I've always kind of had a lot of anxiety of losing people. Unfortunately, in New Kensington and Valley, we are, like, cursed, where I lost my first friend in 6th grade, and then it just kind of, like, kept going and going and going.
Yeah.
And so it's like, after you have so much and then losing, like, one of the closest people to you, I was like, I was drowning. Like, I was literally drowning. And then, but once, like, having those vibrations come out and performing that and having that in the studio, and then once that dropped and just seeing how many people I've inspired and how they felt. And I've always been one of those people where it's like, I'm good at talking with people, but, like, to an extent, whenever I get super emotional, it, like, gets
Your
kind of
emotions get
heavy.
the best of you.
It gets heavy on me, and I get almost uncomfortable. But in music, whenever, you know, I'm going through a song, it's like I can be there with someone and I can be my complete vulnerable
Open
self
yeah.
without pushing back like I usually do, and I feel like I can be completely there for people.
Right.
And I guess whenever I dropped that first song, it was a realization that, like, oh my gosh, like, I just had a breakthrough. Like, I am able to connect with people on such a deeper level without completely going past my boundaries, but I can still make a difference in someone's life. And it's like, it's not just me, she's helping me do that.
Yeah.
Like, I realized that, like, she was up there helping me
with
write that
you,
song.
yeah.
Like, she was up there in that studio doing it with me. And what's super crazy is the first time I ever performed that song was at One Live, which is DJ Goodnight's studio.
Yeah, yep.
And what was so crazy is, so, like, she was cremated. So I thought that she was, like, at her parents' house. So unfortunately, it was her boyfriend, Dom, that passed away, as well as their 2-year-old son, King, and their dog that passed.
Wow.
And Dom was buried
Sorry
up.
to hear that.
Yeah, it's rough, but we're getting through it. And but I didn't realize that where Dom was buried, they still buried some of her ashes as well as the babies with him.
Yeah.
And the what's it called? The graveyard was literally not even a mile from
Goodnight's.
Yep, not
Wow.
even maybe not even a half mile.
Wow.
And I didn't even know that. So
You had
it's like
no
she
idea.
was literally there.
With you.
And it's just the universe is telling me, like, I knew exactly what I was meant to do in that moment. Like, it was the first time in my life where it's like, I know what I need to do. I know why I was put on this earth.
Yeah.
And it was the most clarity I've ever felt.
So you do the first song, you record with JDID Labs. What was the follow up for that first song? You said you got the reaction from the people. Did that feel like let's first start with that. Did that feel like validation?
Oh, 100%.
When people were reaching out to you, telling you how the song made you
100%.
feel?
Oh my gosh, the first time I shared that, like, it got over 1,000 streams within the first week.
Wow.
And I was just like, wow, like, people are really enjoying
to
this.
this, yeah.
And it's like, and just hearing the uproar, it's like people are watching. And, like, you know, even when I started, like, you know, telling people I was dropping it and stuff like that, it's like you truly only see, like, what you see.
Right.
You don't know what happens in the background. And,
Right.
like, and when you see the overwhelming amount of, like, support that you have, like, oh my gosh, it's like you get a hug from everyone, and you feel it without, like, feeling it.
Right.
And that was one of the best feelings that I've ever felt. And I love feeling that. Even at shows, like when I'm performing for people and people are right next to me, and, like, even hearing
vibing.
people sing my lyrics back to me, like,
Yeah.
craziest, most real moments that I've ever felt in my life.
What did Mom say when she heard your song, your first recording?
Oh my gosh. I feel like for her, I love my mom so much because she supports me, but in a way where she keeps me grounded. Like, she always gives me my flowers, but at the same time, she always pulls me back, and she sets me up to, like, get grounded again. Like,
Yeah.
she wants nothing but success for me, but she understands, like, how fast life can be.
I'm that parent.
And
I
she,
get it.
like,
Yeah.
she does the tough love in the best way. Like,
Yeah.
she makes sure that, like, she gives me my flowers, but she always pulls me back and, like, all right, remember who you are, remember why you're doing this, and always, you know, be a good person at the end of the day and treat everyone kind.
Right.
You know, no matter what you're doing, don't let this shit get to your head.
Right.
And so it's like a big part of it is, like, she makes sure that I have fun with it, but she's very realistic with me. You know, she wants to make sure that I know exactly what I'm getting myself into. She makes sure my family, like, we talk every day. She's like, how's your financials? How's this going? How's that going? Are you going to be good? Like, I know this stream's great and all, but, like, let's talk about real things.
Right.
And that's one of the biggest things I love about her.
Do you feel like you need that?
Oh, 100%. I am a dreamer. Yeah. I'm a dreamer, hopeless, romantic, all of it. Like, I used to put all my eggs in a basket.
Really?
But it took time and took a lot of, like, life lessons and being like, God damn, an ego death to realize, like, okay, slow down, Rye. Like, time to slow down and really figure out, like how we were talking about, like, being very intentional now.
Yes.
It's like, don't just do it to do it. Don't do it because it's a fun life. Don't party with the crazies because you just can, because you're a rock star now, yada, yada. It's like, nah, like, what are your goals for tomorrow? What are your goals from a month from here? What are your goals from a year from here? Can you get that done while doing the crazy stuff?
Yeah.
It's like, now it's like,
finding a balance.
Yeah, finding a balance. Like, you can still have fun, but, like, make sure that you're getting your shit done, too.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. So you make the first song, War. You make the first song, War. The reception is great. You feel that you're making a difference. What was next for you? Did you follow it up with a single? Were you
so I
working more towards an
actually
album?
followed up with an EP. It was my first EP after, and I got a lot of love too. You know, I released my song "My Bitches," it's still actually really popular. A lot of my friends still request that. They're like, "You better have My Bitches like playing at the next show."
On your next set, yeah.
And I'm like, I love that. You know, people want to keep hearing things, and you know, to them they feel like my music's timeless. Whenever people want to hear the old stuff, it makes me feel.
Is that tough
like,
for you though? Because I know as artists,
oh no,
we're always on the next thing. Like, yeah, that's old now.
For me, it's just like, I feel like it's like I've learned to humble myself. You know, music is forever. Like, sometimes, like, I'm not that popular yet where it's like everyone has heard my music. Like, that song that I've had out since 2021, this might be their first time hearing it in the crowd. And now I just got a new fan because they liked my old stuff. Yeah. And now I just gave them a whole thing, an archive for them to explore, because I have so much music out. And it's like, if anything, thank you for wanting to discover me. Right. Thank you for taking your time out of your day to see what was up with my music.
Now, that's great perspective. And I love that you look at it that way, because you hear that so often. Especially people who are in the industry, and they tell you keys to be successful. They say if you feel like you have a good song, just because it's owed to you doesn't necessarily mean it's owed to other people. There's 8 billion people in the world total. If you have 1,000 streams, 10,000, 100,000, there's still this many more people that haven't heard your music.
Exactly. And it's like, and like I said, music is timeless. Like, we're still jamming. Like, for example, like, I mean, obviously this is probably played out crazy, but like, All I Want for You, you know, Mariah Carey, you know, was created how many years ago? And that thing is still orbiting like it was created yesterday.
And there's new people born all the time, right?
Yeah,
so
oh my
for
God.
Some people,
Someone's born right now. Someone literally was born right now.
Right now, yeah. And they've never heard that song, so it's always going to be new to another generation. So.
Right,
I mean, look, we got classic music. We got Beethoven, who's been around for hundreds of years, you know what I mean? So,
and then also, it's like we're also sampling new music and creating new versions of things. Like, we now have like EDM Mozart. Like, you know, we have trap Mozart. Like, people are able to create that things. And like what was it whenever we were having like, I'm going on a trip where you figure out the shit. Was it like Einstein's? Like, they turned that into a whole trap beat. Like, that is so cool that we can just take like all these old things and just turn them into something new. And it's like, holy crap, like, just because we can. Yeah. It's like, it's so limitless.
So you understand the value of if you have a good song, continue to push it.
Yeah.
So you made the EP. How did you go about that process? Like, so I know you've always been into music. How did you find the studios? How did you find the producers? How did you find all of these things? Because it seemed like you're loyal whenever you get with a group of producers or artists that you like. It seems like you build relationships with those.
I feel like, honestly, it's not necessarily finding things. I think it's just trusting that you're in the right spot.
Okay.
You know, like, for me, it's just like I was always being my authentic true self with everything that I was doing, and I felt like that energy just gravitated towards me. So like, the first time I was ever at ID Labs is I was with my friend Marcus Davenport, and he just brought me to the studio because he was a musician himself, and he just wanted me to kind of do a hook for him. And like, I thought it was the coolest thing ever, because like, I've never been in the studio before. Yeah. This is also before like a lot of things happened, so it's just like I was just gonna be like, you know, why not, this is fun. And I went in there and I'm like, oh, this is cool. And that's where I met JD. JD was actually producing for him. Okay. And then after that, me and JD,
does sound familiar, yeah.
We created a relationship. And then after that, he actually started sending me beats through his own email, and then I started writing on top of those.
Did you
And
create the EP to which was JD the producer on it?
so JD, he did not have anything regarding my EP, but he
Okay.
had so much regarding the Grown Conversations album that I had. He produced the whole thing. Him and Callie produced the whole thing. He's another engineer at ID Labs, and they engineer produced the whole thing for me. But yeah, that JD was mainly on that one. But I felt like for me, I just bought beats kind of for the EP. I was still kind of realized like learning things and stuff, and just like going on SoundCloud and learning what stuff was. But then I learned that there were so many amazing like producers in the city, and I'm like, I'm utilizing these people. Like,
Oh, so many, yes.
you know, like that's where it truly is. That's how you build teams and build relationships. Like I want to build with people that are working as hard as me.
No, 100%. Like I said, I can tell a lot from the outside looking in that you value these relationships in music. It's not just a business exchange. Like I said, on the outside looking in, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like you like to work with people that you have a rapport with. You're not just working with anyone because of the sound.
For me, it's like I truly believe that music is like my first love. Like it was the first thing I've ever been introduced to. It's the first thing that broke my heart and didn't break my heart. You know what I mean? Like I mean, music always breaks your heart because you're crying because of a song, but like it's a good broken heart. It's like a broken heart that you understand because there's another perspective of a person understanding it to you on another song.
You know it's going to be mended.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah.
Okay. So you make the EP. You're not working with any particular producer. What was the reception like for the EP?
The EP, everyone loved that too. I feel like everyone was just kind of like being introduced to me, you know, a new sound of like, I feel like everyone has always heard me talking about like, oh, Ryane loves singing, Ryane loves music. And then it's like, oh shit, Ryan's doing this. Like Ryan's actually taking this serious now. So I feel like a lot of people were watching to see like, about that whole like is she gonna follow through, like is she gonna truly like dip her whole entire body into the water, or is it just gonna be her toes?
Did you feel that pressure as
I felt it
you were creating
and I will truly say like for other future artists out there that ever want to try it, just know that you will feel heavy traction in the beginning and you will feel it slow down too. It's normal. It's normal.
It's a marathon.
And it's just because, you know, it's not the fact that people are, you know, getting tired of you. It's just a simple fact that, you know, people are just getting custom and now you're a normal artist face, you know, just like anyone sees Cardi B on the internet or sees, you know, Linkin Park or just any other type of musician on there, you know. You just
Any
now
type of
you're
industry
seen as an
artist.
artist.
Yeah, 100%. No, I've learned that it's a marathon. It truly is.
100%. I'm still in that marathon.
Yeah, well, you're always going to be in it, and that's why you got to pace yourself, and you can't worry about, you know, the short term. Of course, you can try to sprint through it, but you're going to be tired because you're going to keep on running. It's truly a marathon in every sense. It never stops if you're an artist, and that's why, like we were talking about, you got to stick to the core reason of why you do it.
Of why you do it in the first place.
Because if you don't, you'll lose that passion.
Exactly.
And it won't feel the same. It won't sound the same. And even if it does to others, to you, you'll know that it's not the authentic you. It's not your true self.
And you'll even like actually see like other artists that have, you know, have had great success. And I've heard stories about like, you know, when they feel like they can't be themselves, it eats them up alive. And then then you're stuck with that reputation and you're stuck with that image, and it's just like, and it can be so hard to get out of that. You know, there are probably so many amazing artists out there that have a bad name just because they decided to take a certain deal or decide to involve themselves in a certain situation just for the fast track of it all.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like, but then you lose yourself, and it's like, but that's the whole point. Like, if anything, I started making music to find myself.
So with that first EP, do you think you did that? Like, how when you go back and listen to that EP, did you how does your sound compare now to then?
I see it as a coloring book to a canvas.
Okay.
I see it as, you know, kind of like, it was like a rough draft, you know, like I was learning what being in the studio was like, you know, like there's a big difference from, I've always sung live my whole entire life. So only singing live and then going to a studio was such a difference for me. It's like, you know, I had to learn a lot more about vocal control and like, you know, about like, you know, having my voice and cadence and having to distinct cadences and having words and enunciations and really paying attention to that. So I feel like throughout that EP, it was mainly a learning lesson on like, all right, like this is evolving my sound. And I feel like a lot of people want everything to be perfect all the time. And I did want everything to be perfect too. But what's super cool is like a lot of people can now see my growth. Yeah. You know, they can see that process of like, oh, like, you know, she didn't really have it all together. But like, oh, like 3 years from now, oh my God, like she figured it out.
Is that EP still available?
Oh, yep. Spotify, Apple Music,
What's the name of the
YouTube. So my EP, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Why am I forgetting my
Yeah,
own
take
EP
your time.
name?
While we're here, why don't you tell the people how to get a hold of you on social media if they
So
want to
social
do that?
media, you can find me on Instagram, Ryane Music.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have a silent E at the end of my name, so it is Ryane Music, no spaces at all. You can even find me on Snapchat too if you want to see what I'm doing with my daily life. I post on my story all the time. It's Ryane period music after. So you can always see what crazy stuff I'm up to. I'm not a normal person at all, and I never will be. So enjoy every ride.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And then, for my EP that I released back
Yes.
in 2020, that is so sad that I could not remember the name of it. Choose Yourself. Choose Yourself. My first EP that ever dropped.
It's a good name. What made you decide to go with that title?
I think it was, so I had a song on there called Fold.
Mm-hmm.
And the song Fold is like, if you're not going to love me, then go. Like, leave. Like, if you're going to fold, just leave.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, I have other things to do, and I'm going to choose myself at the end of the day.
Right.
So I felt like that was a big thing. And also, like, my bitches was about, like, me and my girls. Like, I don't need any relationships or anything like that. Like, I just need me and my friends, me and my bitches. And we're going to have a great time out here.
Yeah.
So I feel like the EP was, now I'm remembering. The EP was all about choosing yourself. And at the end of the day, like, you have all the magic in your own fingertips. Quit relying on other people. You have it within you this entire time.
Right. No, 100%. We talked a lot about that too, right? Like the ability to understand that you're your own worst enemy, right?
Exactly. And it's like, allow yourself to go through the ego death. You do not have everything put together. You do not have all the perfect cards. Keep shuffling your deck until you find what's the perfect hand for you.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing that I've learned is like the whole point of lessons is life is to learn from them and get better. Without those mistakes, without those trials and tribulations, you are not going to be the best version of yourself. Like
100%.
That's what you want. Like, you want to have those hardships. You want to go through things. Like, it took me a long time to realize it, but like, I can handle anything. You throw it at me, bet you. Bat away, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta enjoy the journey, right? And it's gonna be ups and downs. You gotta learn how to enjoy all of those moments. And when you're in those heights of the moment, learn how to enjoy those even more, knowing that those lows can happen at any point.
And I like how you brought up about like, me valuing a team and everything like that. And it's very true. I feel like it's very important about who you surround yourself with. Everyone that I surround myself with are people that I do business with, but I also can go to them on a late night and cry my eyes out if something horrible happened.
Right.
These are people that I can trust myself with and like every version of myself with.
Does that help with the creative process?
Oh,
as well?
100% too. Because I feel like if you're gonna get super creative, you need to open yourself. You need to allow any inspiration to come from any area. And even talking about like some really hard things, like oh my gosh, the endless talks that I've had with my friends and the endless cries and just even seeing each other in our most darkest moments, but realizing that like we'll never leave each other. And if anything, like, thank you for showing me that side of you. And, thank you for like letting me see that. Cause now it's like,
It's okay for me to be that person.
And now
as
it's
well.
such a beautiful thing too. Like, especially too, it's like I'm one of those people where it's like I am very big about my boundaries and I do hold a lot of doors up and walls up.
Yeah.
But when I see that crumbling down, it's like it's almost like I crumble with it. It's like when I see them, it's like, okay, we're building this together. And that's how I work. Like, I hate to say it, but it's like a dog that's been like beaten too many times. Like, it's like I'm not too weary, and then it takes some time. Then, and like a lot of my friends have told me, they're like, Ryane, like we just kind of sticked around until like you finally let us in.
Let those walls down. Yeah.
And I've done a lot better. I'm not as.
Is that something you're actively working on?
Yes, actively working on is letting people in and just realizing that like connections and relationships are there for a reason.
Yeah.
And not everything is always going to get you. I feel like we've always been hurt so much so many times that we're so scared to let go, but that's the whole point of life is experiencing. Like, God bless that, I lived long enough and was able to enjoy a heartbreak and feeling that pain, because now I made so much beautiful music because of that.
And some people don't have the opportunity to have heartbreak.
Yeah, oh my gosh, like there's some people that pass away at the age of 5 that
Exactly.
don't even have the chance to get married
Exactly.
but I have the opportunity to feel it all.
Right.
And I'm blessed.
So we dropped the EP. What was the follow up project? To
So the follow-up project was Grown Conversations.
that? Okay.
So that was my first studio album ever. And it was honestly like Grown Conversations. I feel like it was me talking about like topics that I haven't ever really like talked about or like kind of was scared to, I guess, in a way. It was still playful though. Like, we had some playful songs on there like Trance and My Baby and all that stuff like that was just more like sassy. But then there were like a little like more serious ones in there too as well that, really hit. Also, Good Intentions was on there that everyone absolutely loved.
Yeah.
That was the top hit that actually went pretty viral, which I really, really enjoyed.
What do you think? What do you think it was about Good Intentions that struck a chord? What do you think made it?
I
so
think
popular?
honestly, it was the melodicness of it. I was belting away on that song, and I've learned that a lot of people like to be able, like, even if you can't sing, like, it's so fun to just
Let it go.
sing your heart out. And it was
Yeah.
one of those ones where it's like I was letting you, like, every corner, like, you could be singing like "Let the Rain Fall, Baby."
And everybody can sing along. It's an
And
anthem.
like, and it's one of those, and it's like I do need to bring that back to my shows 100%. So but I've literally had so many people tell me that.
Requested.
So
Yeah.
it's like I have to. It'll be making a comeback, guys. I promise.
Next show, make sure y'all look out for it. She promised us.
I do. I have to, especially
sure.
on camera. I promised on camera. So.
So what was the reception like for this project? What do you feel was different about this project and the EP?
Oh my gosh, I feel like it was definitely taken more serious. I had a few people do album reviews on it, which is really cool, to hear different perspectives on it. I've had people message me and tell me they listened all the way through that I've known in high school that were like, oh my gosh, it was really cool to see you in this light.
Yeah.
Or just having people tell me what their favorite song off the album was. I
Yeah.
think that was a really cool thing to see. It's like, like, oh my gosh, like, people are taking their time to dissect this.
Yeah.
And, I was getting, somewhere in, I believe, South Africa, someone, like, messaged me on Instagram, was like, this is awesome.
Your
And-
music's reaching
yeah,
worldwide.
and I was like, this is really cool. I was like, thank you so much for taking the time to listen to it and
Yeah.
even, like, tell me what your favorite one is.
to look you up and then even reach out to you.
Yeah, it was really, really cool.
Yeah, for sure. So you do the second album, you're getting good reaction. How did you approach this album as far as like promotional and stuff like that, as
Promotional?
opposed from the first one?
Honestly, it was definitely more like word of mouth. So whenever I dropped my first album, I was still living in my hometown, New Kensington. The local support was insane. So, and then also I was doing a lot of shows at One Live too as well. So it's like I had a lot of support out there too. Like the Facebook community regarding that was insane.
Yeah,
So it's like I had like just a lot of like, especially the trap community and like the R&B like trap community, they were really on board with it because my album was very like, it was a cross between pop, R&B, and trap. So I wanted to make sure that it had a genre for everybody.
yeah,
So, but it was really cool just like watching everyone have a, like just different perspectives on
have a
it.
connection. with
Yeah,
it.
just and then,
For
I
sure.
made sure to have it in that way where it's like I had some R&B pop trap and then I had a little bit of like country rock on there for a hot second when I had The Rain, which is like a belter crazier one.
I want to get into some of that album while we're talking about it. We should probably play it. Any song in particular you want us to play?
Ooh, let's give them Good Intentions.
Let's give 'em
Give
Good
them the
Intentions.
one that they can feel.
For sure. This is Good Intentions off of Grown Conversations from Ryane. Streaming everywhere.
Streaming everywhere, yep. Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. The music video is out on YouTube as well. Good Intentions.
Check it out.
Filmed by Kenny Lewis. I haven't heard this song in forever.
Let the rain fall, baby. You already locked yourself into the room. You've been so consumed lately. It's time for you to pause and put your worries on snooze. I know you love it in the sunlight. Waves from shore been calling your name, like sipping a tequila sunrise. I know this taste is what you crave. Your fingertips are running through my hair. Your voice plays violins in my ear. You're dangerous for me, but I do not care. passion in my veins, I know that we're crossing lines, losing all control. Mad at the way you so can read my soul, damn. But your stars look so good in my sky. You want me, this pressure is haunting. I want you, but this could be bad news. The feeling, this is so enticing, but I would be lying if I said I'm not dying to touch you. My fingers are reaching out, but my mind is so confused. And the sight of you, the tension grew. Yeah, I knew. I want you, I want you, I want you. So do we take the chance to no man's land? Are we up for the consequences? Is this what we want in the end? Is this just fun? What's your intentions? So do we take the risk of playing this game, where we might never come back from this the same? Is this what we want in the end? Is this just fun? What's your intentions? I know what you want, baby. You are what I want. Am I what you want, baby? Am I what you want? Your touch is poison. I can't focus, can barely keep my eyes open. It's your potion, and I want it. Do we take the chance in no man's land? Is this just fun? What's your intentions?
Still a banger.
For
Still
sure.
a banger.
Good Intentions by Ryane, streaming everywhere. So you said with this project, you locked in with more local producers. You became more familiar with the local producers, and you felt like that was
So this song was actually produced by someone I went to high school with. So
Okay.
shout out to Adam Eschenball. He actually produced that beat exactly. And so like having someone that like we graduated together.
Yeah.
So like having someone that was literally like grew up with me, like have
Yeah.
produced that, it's really surreal. So shout out to you, Adam.
How'd you guys hook up for that? Did you know he did music? Did you already know
So
you-
it's like more about like I felt like it was just like when I started doing music and it's like it just got word out. So he, him and CJ Colin were
Okay, yeah.
are really good friends, and so whenever we all just learned that we were making music together, you know, Adam just kind of found out, and I asked Adam, I was like, hey, like, you know, you're a producer, do you mind just sending me a few beats? And that was in the catalog.
That's dope. That he's
So
dope, right?
yeah, I'm like, and it killed it. And what's actually crazy is, that song, Good Intentions. I had a little help writing it, from my ex.
Okay.
So my ex girlfriend that Katian, who lives in New York City, she actually helped me write on it. We haven't talked in like a few years, so shout out to you if you are watching. But
So she gets writing credits too.
yeah, she's on the writing credits. Yep,
Okay.
she is on there. So
That's what's up.
we would actually go on FaceTime. We were like those exes that, you know, we were just
Still cool.
Yeah, still cool, and like, you know, like she's doing her thing, and we're still Instagram friends and everything like that. So like,
Is she an artist as well?
no, I actually have no idea what she's up to now.
Yeah.
But no, I'm wishing the best from her. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, we had our time, and like I hope
It was
nothing but
season.
the best for you.
Yeah, it
But
was the season. Yeah,
we wrote an amazing song together, and thank you for that, and I'll always cherish that.
for sure. So we dropped Grown Conversations. You locked in a little bit different for this one. It was a maturation process with Grown Conversations. What did you follow up with after that?
So after that, I actually moved to the city. I moved to Southside. That's whenever I actually started learning different about the world. I got introduced to Young Guy Burkett
Yeah.
in 2021. And after that, you know, me and him just became best friends, and I was always recording in Southside. And then after that, I was like, I need to move out here. Like, this is just where everything is. And after I came out there, I met Jules 412.
Yeah.
Who is a amazing, phenomenal engineer producer at Hotbox Studios, ran by Dan Woe. And Dan Woe reached out to me on Facebook Messenger and was like, I need you to meet one of my producers. He is amazing with melodic, lyrical, anything. Like, he is absolutely phenomenal. And he is right up your alley. He knows how to record singers. Like, a big thing about, like, in general, not just Pittsburgh, but everywhere, like, there's a difference between engineering vocals regarding rapping and singing.
100%.
And so like I like not even on some like cocky shit, like I will not let anybody record me because it's like if you don't understand how to truly record a vocalist, it's just gonna be
different.
Yes, it's very
gonna
different.
Sound different.
Exactly, it's just gonna sound different because it's like it's different. And but with him, it's like. And I'm on, like, it's like I'm very fast paced too. Like JD and I, like JD worked like that. So it's like I got accustomed to that where it's like I loved being able to like I pick up on things very fast, especially when I fall in love with things.
Right.
And so Joel's, he like, oh my gosh, she was just bang, boom, bang, bang, bang.
Right.
And I was like, and just the way that we worked, like, he's like my big brother, you know? And it's like, and he's very honest with me too. Like, and we're very creatively honest with each other, which I love too. If he's trying to be like, I don't like that, redo it. I don't like it, redo it.
That's the best, right?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Some people will just let you walk out of there
like,
with
don't
anything.
let me walk out looking crazy, like. But no, he's like, nah, you could have done that better.
Yeah.
Or he's like, no, like you're Ryane, you're fine. Like it sounds great. You're in your head. Get out.
People don't understand how much you need that as an artist because you know, sometimes it sounds different to you.
Exactly. It's oh gosh, I can promise how I see Jules now is how I'm gonna see him tomorrow.
For sure.
He will not change up on me.
Yeah, for sure. So, did you guys do anything on Grown Conversations? You and
So
Jules?
I didn't actually know Jules.
Okay.
So Grown Conversation was whenever I was still in New Kensington.
Right.
And
you
then
made the move to the Berg. So
Yep.
Everything is fine. Is where you and him work. the
yeah,
most?
so everything is fine. So we dropped some singles beforehand with me and him. Like we did Switch Up. I did Girls with him, which is one of my absolute favorites. So we are on a few of those. And then, but regarding Everything is Fine, yeah, he produced every single beat on there. So everything you hear regarding Everything is Fine is all Joel 412 Productions. So give him his flowers as well.
Absolutely. Let's spin some music off of there. What should we play off?
Oh,
Everything is
let's.
Fine?
One of my favorites is the second song I actually ever recorded with Joel is Communicate.
Okay.
So this is actually one of my absolute favorites with Joel. So I feel like we should play that just because that is what really started our relationship.
What makes this song so special for you?
It's actually one of the first songs I've actually really written. I wrote this song back in 2020, but didn't have a beat to put it to until I met Joel's in like 2022. And so
He cooked up a beat for you?
Oh my god. Yeah, no, this beat he had since 2018, 2019.
Oh, so it was supposed to be.
It was meant for me.
Yeah.
It was meant for me. And after that, it's actually I wrote this about a girl. Screw it. It's about a girl named Taylor. And and actually I met her in WVU. Okay. Which is not that far because we're on Morgantown Street right now. And I met her in Morgantown, and I mean, like, I have an issue where it's like I mess with girls that like aren't necessarily fully like LGBT yet. Yeah. I put myself in a hole for some odd reason. Yeah. And so with her it was just like she just was playing, like she just wasn't communicating like what was going on, and then all of a sudden she was like, I think I see myself with a man. And it's like, girl, you could have just said that from the jump instead of like putting me through this whole ringer. Yeah. So the song's about communicating. So just that's being straight up. Yep. And I wrote this in a hotel room. Because I was literally in Morgantown in a hotel room with me and my best friend, like seeing what's going on, like, because I went down there to hang out with her and everything like that. But we were also staying there for the weekend doing other stuff. And she just like ghosted. Being shady. And I was just like, you know, fuck you. Fuck you. I was also like a crazy kid back then that had like didn't understand how to navigate a relationship. So
you feel like you're better at that aspect of life?
Oh my gosh, I have learned so much since then. I'm such a different person. I was a hopeless romantic that would like love me. Now I'm just like, I'm put.
You never lose that though, right? That hopeless romantic, like it's still,
yeah. I think you're just more picky about who you allow yourself to go crazy for.
Yeah, that's important though. Should be. But we're going to get into Communicate. Thank you, Taylor, for this song.
Thank you, Taylor.
We'll never forget you.
Never gonna forget you.
This is Communicate off of Everything Is Fine from Ryane. Streaming everywhere.
One of my favorites. This is also a belter as well.
Pick me up on the blind, let's go for a ride. I think we need to talk, you got something on your mind. You're awfully quiet, I know you ain't shy yet. You're acting silent. Remember the first time we met, I told you never hold back. I don't care if it hurts, it's about the respect. I ain't with that sugar coating shit. If you're feeling a type of way, better speak on it. Cause I know growing pains are always gonna find a way to sabotage our chemistry. That's why we have to communicate when we feel this way. Cause fuck a destination if we staying in one place. I wanna know what's on your mind. Your vibes are low, it's in your tone. I got the time, please tell me so we can move on with our lives. What's on your mind? What's on your mind? And you already know I've been down this road too many times before. Tired of feeling anxious on the floor. You know I don't got that in me anymore. I don't fuck with the reading your mind shit, begging for your time. If it don't feel right, just say it. Just fucking communicate it. I've been so patient. Now the vibe is changing. I forbid to be waiting. My time isn't worth wasting. But you already knew that from my past. I didn't open up to backtrack. So what's on your mind? What's on your mind? Remember the first time we met, I told you never hold back. I don't care if it hurts, it's about the respect. I ain't with that sugar coating shit. If you're feeling a type of way, better speak on it. Cause I know growing pains are always gonna find a way to sabotage our chemistry. That's why we have to communicate when we feel this way. Cause fuck a destination if we staying in one place. play this game. I forbid asking you to stay, and for my feelings don't invalidate. Don't waste my time as if it's something you made. What's on your mind? What's on your mind? Remember the first time we met, I told you never hold back. I don't care if it hurts, it's about the respect. I ain't with that sugarcoating shit. If you're feeling the type of way, better speak on it. Cause I'm no one with pains, we're always gonna find a way to sabotage our chemistry. That's why we have to communicate when we feel this way. Cause fuck a destination if we stayin' in one place. I wanna know what's on your mind. Your vibes are low, it's in your tone. I got the time, please tell me so we can move on with our lives. What's on your mind? What's on your mind?
Let's communicate off of everything. It's fine. Streaming everywhere. So you dropped this album. This came out earlier this year, correct?
Yeah, this came out in June. Yep.
How did that feel? How was the reception for this one?
So I feel like it wasn't as huge as I thought it was going to be, but I feel like that kind of happens, you know, as you kind of graduate throughout. Like, it was my sophomore album, but I feel like it was also for myself too. It's like, you know, like we did amazing things. I had amazing artists on it. I had Hardy on it. I had actually FG Hardy on it. I had Hannah Daisy on it. You know, just also Cam Go Crazy also helped produce Too Much, which also was a track on there as well. So I feel like what was really cool about this one was the partnership that I had. You know, I had a few people like helping me work on it as well, which was something that was kind of new for me, like being more
Was that intentional?
Yes, I think it was more intentional because it's like I love creating things with people that I love. Like Hannah Daisy is one of my absolute best friends. You know, we met each other because of business. You know, Champagne was very intentional. It's one of our most popular songs that we actually have out, and it was very intentional. But throughout that, I actually like gained a sister. Like, that is a woman that is going to be in my wedding type thing, and vice versa. Like, I know for a fact that like we're gonna grow old together and be like best friends for like the rest of our life. It's like I just know that.
And music's a vehicle like that, and how beautiful, because of music, you were able to find a friendship like that.
Exactly, and it's just and 9 times out of 10, majority of my best friends, like even like one of my closest friends, Sylvia, you know, I met her through Hannah, you know, and I met her actually at one of our shows, which is crazy. It's because, and now like she's someone that like, you know, I'll call up at 3 a.m. having a mental breakdown to. So it's like, but that I would have never met her if, you know, we didn't have that moment exactly, you know, and it's just like that's why I know like the universe really wants me to be in this, because anytime anything has felt good or made sense or felt like just in the right direction has anytime that I've just been always involved in music. You know, the universe is literally telling me like, this is where you need to be, because my intuition feels comfortable, content, and relaxed every time I'm in this setting. You're
in your element.
Exactly. But anytime I'm like doing something I shouldn't be doing, or outside of, you know, breaking away from music and, you know, not you know, really diving in as deep as I should, I feel uncomfortable. I feel like something's wrong. And, you know, and that's when I know. It's like, all right, I know where I'm meant to be.
This isn't for me.
And music is.
And music is.
The vibrations, all of it. It's like, you ever like have those moments where it's like, you just know you're meant to be somewhere.
Absolutely.
And when I'm in that studio, it's like, even my mom was telling me, I was in the studio 2 days ago, and my mom came in and was there to be a part of the process, and she actually texted me, which is one of the cutest messages. Actually, read it. It was really, really sweet. She said, I know you're still sleeping, but I didn't want to forget. You were very impressive in the studio last night. I had no idea how much you know and understand and can do. I'm very proud of you.
That's awesome.
You know, and just like those little things, it's like that was the first time she ever like, you know, I've been doing this for like 5 years now, and
Right.
you know, for her to finally like sit in on one and be like, oh my gosh, like I'm telling him what
you
I
impressed
need.
her.
Yeah, and it's just like knowing the terminology and understanding like, you know, this is what I knew what I needed to sound like to do this better. I had to go a little bit softer. I had to work on this enunciation. Like I would bring it up even before the engineer would bring it up. You know.
Right.
So it's like
You
I
become
would
a professional in your craft.
yeah, and it's like learning myself and like how I want to present myself in an artistic way. And so it was really cool to have her sit down and like look at it from like not even just a fundamental aspect, but like when it goes a step further than that.
Right. Now that is amazing that she got to see you in your element.
Yeah.
And not only see you said she's a tough love type of person, so
So to get that,
she
I was
probably
like,
doesn't compliments probably don't come easy.
like it's like, yeah, big time. So when I do get them, I know I rock.
It means
some
that
shit.
much more.
Yeah. It's like oh, I just like people hand me flowers and then she hands me gold when she does that.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Like I needed that. And we need that sometimes, right?
Yeah.
We need those different push because
especially when it comes from the tough lover. Whenever that good, it's like I'm doing something good. Like I'm making the difference I want to make.
yeah, we always as artists we have the conflict like am I doing enough? Am I supposed to be doing this? And you get those type of validations, you're like, okay, yeah.
And also it's the big part. Like and even it was this morning. Like we're gonna keep it real. Like I had it was either this morning or no, it was yesterday morning. I had like a whole mental breakdown, and I was like calling I think it's because I got scheduled at work for Thanksgiving, and like I got really upset because I like doubled 2 days before Thanksgiving. I work on Thanksgiving and then both 2 days after Thanksgiving, and I just really wanted to spend time with my family.
Sure.
Because like I'm doing all this music stuff, and then like my only day off is Monday, but I don't even have a day off Monday anymore because now I'm gonna be in the studio on Monday. Woo! And like I'm blessed to be busy, but it's like I really wanted to spend time with my family.
Some downtime with the family.
And so when I realized I couldn't, like I got really upset and like on FaceTime, and my mom was just, you know, with me on the call and being like, Ryane, just go take a hot shower, breathe, like did some breathing exercises, just like, and it's like, it's those little things where it's like, I need that.
Yeah. She talked you through it.
Oh my gosh. And she, you know, it's a big thing about like, you know, at the end of the day, like I chose to be this busy. Like not saying like, oh my God, like I chose to do this to myself, but like I put myself in this perspective, in this situation because I know that I can handle it.
Right.
And even though this moment's really hard, I'm letting myself feel it for like this hour, but then I got to get back to work.
But and it goes back to what we were talking about. Everything's happening for a reason, and being in the moment. And whenever I get myself in those situations, I try to remind myself, like, if I want greater things, like I have to be able to handle these things.
Exactly.
Because it's going to be so much tougher when you have so much more. So it's like I always compare it to a video game. You're leveling up. The level gets harder because the next level is going to be that much harder.
Exactly.
So you have to prep in this level before you get that extra boost, that extra XP to get you to the next level. So.
Or like even like Guitar Hero, it's like you're never gonna get an expert right away. You got to work your way up, and it's like, and eventually, like, and then like my brother, like he was a killer at Guitar Hero, and like, but it took him time to get up there. And when he was an expert, like he could dominate anybody. He was like
untouchable.
And
that's what it is. Right?
Yeah.
Getting comfortable at that level. At first it's going to be difficult, but then what's once was difficult becomes easy.
Exactly. And then that's like, it's kind of like the instinct of like why like there's certain like architects and carpenters and all that, like where, you know, their price might be $100 an hour, but it's because of all the expertise and everything they've went through to be able to accomplish something that amazing in an hour.
Right.
So it's like I try to look at it from that perspective as well, to be like, you know, it's like I'm just becoming the literal higher version of myself.
Yeah.
And it's almost like how we were talking about our biggest competition is literally myself. My biggest competition isn't the biggest artist right now. My biggest competition is me and how I'm going to choose what I'm going to do tomorrow and how it's going to affect my year literally next year. Because what you do tomorrow will affect next year. Yeah. I promise.
Yeah, every move has a consequence.
Every move has a consequence.
Yeah. So what can we expect coming up for the future for you? We know you just dropped the album this year. Do you have any performances or anything we can look forward to?
So I actually just had a performance at Side Quest last weekend, which was really fun. I actually had one of my best friends, Polly Y, DJ that one because Joel's is super popular and I had to DJ a wedding. So it's like, you know, he got to make his money. He's got to do his stuff. So
yeah,
I had my guy, Polly 2Y, come out and help me with that set. And we did some acoustic on his electric guitar, which is really cool. I really like to strip things down for people during shows.
Yeah.
By the way, always know that I will give you little nice surprises during my shows. I always believe that if you're buying a ticket to see me live, it better be way better than just going on my Spotify and listening to me.
Yeah.
I try to give you an experience that you won't ever forget.
That's what's up.
So I try to get intimate with you guys, you know, give you a different perspective of a song that you might have never heard of. And I try to give you covers of, I would say my voice has flavors. What's your favorite? So I start with a cover. So it's kind of introducing like my voice. And it's like, okay, you saw what I can do. Now let me show you what I can create.
I meant to mention the flavors thing before you did. I was going to try to darn water you. For sure, no. So you've already, do you have any more shows planned?
So, actually, I just talked to young guy Burkett. He said the 31st. I'm not sure of which month, so don't quote me on that. But the 31st of some month, I'm going to be on stage doing something.
For sure.
I believe that we're also possibly working on a Valentine's Day show. Okay. So you can be looking forward to that. I do have a lot of future projects coming up that I'm going to leak for you guys. Yeah. I might have something dropping for Christmas.
Dope.
So,
like Christmas theme?
Christmas song, yeah. I have a Christmas song coming out. I feel like the really cool twist about it is my mom is on it.
Okay.
I had my mom sing on it.
Is that why she was in the studio that day?
Maybe.
Okay.
I'm going to have my mom on it just because I always say, like, you know, like, my mom's not going to be here forever. And I want to cherish every memory I ever make. And I feel like having her on a song is, like, I can carry that with me forever. Hell, I can put it on a CD and bury it with myself. You know what I mean? Like, I can literally do that. So I really wanted to have it be real and genuine. So if you have a really amazing relationship with your mom, I think you're really going to enjoy it. Because the song is about, like, the song is essentially being like, I can handle Christmas alone without anybody because my mom raised me to be a strong, independent woman, and I don't give a damn. And so her part is just kind of like backing me up and being like, girl, you know that's right. Yeah. You know, so it's a really fun song. It's a sassy song, but you guys should know it's me. It's Ryane music.
That's what it's
sassy.
Gonna be. For sure.
And then I also have a birthday track coming out because my birthday is literally between my birthday is December 29th, so I'm a Capricorn, so I'm literally in between Christmas and New Year's, which is the craziest time of the year. And I don't feel like I always get the time to really the experience to really like celebrate my birthday.
You probably get joint presents too. Like, this is
my gosh, my mom,
this is a Christmas and birthday gift.
VIP mother of the years because she had my birthday parties in June. So that people would not.
That was brilliant.
Would not join my gifts. Yeah. And like she's like she hated that people would be like, "Here's your birthday and
your Christmas."
And my mom's like, "Hell no!" Like, because my brother's birthday's in April, so that never happened to him. So you're not about to do this to her. And I would get visibly pissed about it. Yeah. So it's like I'd have a pool party for my birthday.
Oh, she's brilliant for that.
It was awesome. Yeah. Oh my gosh! Like we had Sylvan Pool.
Did your friends get confused?
Oh my! I don't give a shit. I got gifts, and they got a whole place to swim and throw things out. They didn't give a reason.
You just had a birthday.
They had a reason to party. I will never forget my mom. She this is why she was able to pull through everything. She had a surprise party for me, and I don't know if this was like in August. And she like called me, and I was with my best friend Dylan at the time, and she's like, I fell down the hill, like my leg's broken. I'm like, oh my God, we gotta go. So we're rushing back to my house. By the way, my friend was in on it the whole fucking time. I go back, I'm running back out there. You. All my friends are there. Happy birthday! I'm like, my birthday's in December, and so like she really like surprised the shit out of me. I'm like, oh my God, like I thank you.
It's August. I had no idea.
I had no idea. Here are all my friends. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, this is so cute. Like, but she oh my God, that's why I say like. You understand, like, me and my mom, she's one of my favorite people ever.
No,
so.
I can definitely tell you have a special relationship.
Very special. I love that woman to death.
So you're dropping a Christmas song with mom, and
with my mom.
Then you're dropping a birthday song?
Birthday track, yep, okay. For that. So that's, and the reason I'm doing that is because, like I said, I didn't feel like I really got to appreciate my birthday and experience it the way. So that's kind of a gift to myself. Yeah. Because it's literally like it's called "It's My Birthday." That's literally what the song's called. Yeah. Because it's all about
celebrate with you.
Exactly, and also like, and everybody else can have their own tune. You know, it's like, and then people can, you know, have it about themselves. Yeah. I wanted to make sure that they had their own anthem, and then
like how Vitamin C made the graduation song. That was so brilliant. Because now at every graduation they play that Vitamin C song.
Exactly, and it's just like
you have to find an obscure date to celebrate. It's your birthday. So
Exactly, and everyone got one, unless you're like Jehovah's Witness and don't just. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Actually, don't let me, because I don't know if people actually celebrate that. So let me not. So I'm not sure if they celebrate birthdays or not.
We see you. We see all you guys in the live. What's going on?
Yes, Capricorn gang out
no,
here.
Jehovah's Witnesses don't celebrate. If you don't believe that, watch the original Michael Jackson movie. You know they're about to do another Michael Jackson.
Yeah, and I heard that. Did you see the fake Michael Jacksons arguing about it with each other?
Yeah.
I'm sitting there. I'm like, what? I don't understand. I'm like,
you know, the dude that's playing Michael is Michael's nephew.
And I'm like, that's the most authentic you can get. Like, that's blood right there. But then the other Michael Jacksons are arguing over each other. And I'm like, bro, you got plastic surgery to look like that. What do you mean?
The other Michael Jacksons are out
like,
here
you
going
guys
nuts.
are like, are we gonna have like the Tupac lookalikes come together and start arguing with each other too now? Like,
that would be great.
I don't know, we can. Honestly, that'd be a series.
Hey, yeah.
I would watch it.
I'll pay to see that.
I'll pay that. Someone get on that. Kai, get on that. You know.
Michael Jackson off.
Yeah, Michael. Who's the best Michael Jackson?
Who's the best Michael Jackson? Hold it in Gary.
Who can do the best hee? Let's see.
Hold it in Gary, Indiana too. Really make it interesting, because it's terrible out in Gary, Indiana. Hold it out there. Really make it interesting.
Keep it industry real quick. Keep it real interesting. The Michael Jackson offs. That'd be crazy.
You can make that for your next series.
Oh my God.
I see your series on your male friends if you made them.
Oh my God. Everyone keeps telling me I was getting eaten alive. Okay. This is going to sound so controversial, but the amount of people that the amount of closeted men I think commented on that video. Like, I'm so sorry, but like the fact that you are getting offended, the fact that I don't think that this girl that like was literally my guy friend switched over isn't attractive.
Yeah, it's fictional.
Just tell me
you
think my guy friends are cute. Yeah. Just tell me. It's okay. I won't tell anybody.
How can they be mad about something fictional?
Exactly. I'm like, you're more upset. Like, I'm literally over here. I'm like, these are literally my guy friends who are messaging me right now, like rolling on the floor laughing, and you are more butthurt than them. Like,
that's great though.
I mean, honestly, I'm probably gonna have another one coming out
I'm about
soon.
to say, it's the whole all intentions good intentions. So might as well.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, like everyone tells me to, and then like, I mean, like, if you're offended, I'm sorry. It's your own choice. Wear the shoe, run a marathon in it, I guess.
Yeah.
So
take that.
I mean, I really don't think it was that like. And if I was going out of my way randomly, like if I was.
I thought it was hilarious.
Thank you. And if I was doing like random girls, that's completely different, because those are actual people that exist and live.
Saying. This is completely fictional.
I was like, but people want to be mad about anything nowadays, so I just let them. Like, let me have my piece. You do your shit over there. So.
No, 100%. You're right about that. People want to be mad about anything.
Do your thing. I don't even care. My mom always says, choose your battles and choose them wisely.
Yeah. We don't waste energy.
I got time. I got my own brain to worry about.
Got our own stuff. So you got the birthday song, the Christmas song.
And then also, there's this amazing artist. She's a rising artist named Grace Elliott.
Okay.
She is a phenomenal jazz artist. You might have seen her at Del Frisco's or Eddie V's. That's actually where I met her, is at Del Frisco's. And she's a phenomenal jazz artist, classically trained and all that. Yeah. And so I stole her, got her in the studio because, I like to get my hands on everything. And just expect us to drop a Valentine's Day banger. And when I say banger, I mean banger. Like, this is going to be a bouncing, upbeat, warm.
You're taking all the holidays.
Yep, every single one.
So you ran with my idea already. Now I can't even make. I'll do St. Patrick's Day. Then.
You can do St. Patrick's.
You got a St. Patrick's Day song.
No, I got a St. Patrick's. I'm maybe like a little tiny bit Scot-Irish, but not too much, so.
I don't think I am.
Who cares? I mean, you got fake Michael Jacksons trying to fight each other about being real Michael Jackson, so you don't even have to be actual Irish. You just have to say you're Irish, I guess.
You're right. No, thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'll
St.
validate
Patrick's Day, and you're collabing with me on it for the St.
I got
Patrick's
you.
Day song. You can
the
do
whole show together.
Yeah.
We'll crash a parade or something. Who wants to be the dancing leprechauns?
And
I'm
we'll
short enough
green
for
beer,
it. So.
And we're drinking green beer.
Green beer.
I'm not drinking.
I mean, we're Pittsburgh too. You know how Pittsburgh likes to get on St. Patty's Day. You give us a reason to drink, we'll find one.
We'll do it. For sure. That's what's up. So, once again, I got to thank you so much for coming down.
Yeah.
I felt like it was going to be a good one, and we're going to have a lot of fun. One more time, tell the people how to get a hold of you if they want to follow your journey, if they want to listen to the music. What's the best way to get in touch with you? So,
how you can find me is Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. I am everywhere on those things. On my Instagram, it is Ryane, Ryane, music, no spaces. Facebook is the same. Snapchat is RYANE, Ryane, period music. If you want to see daily updates of my life and how crazy I am and the stupid shit and things I do, you'll definitely see it. But I do a lot of fun stuff too. You know, you'll see a lot of like family oriented stuff, things that you might not even understand. I find random shit hilarious. I like pranking my friends, so you'll see me pranking the shit out of my friends, scaring them all the time. So
I do that type of stuff.
you like that type of stuff? Oh my gosh, I was a hell child. My mom, like, I'm probably the reason for all her gray hairs, just
Why you do
because
that
of
to
like.
her? You and your brother.
Keep her
You have your
young.
brother too, though, probably.
My,
Probably a combination.
no, my brother's actually, weirdly enough, my brother's quiet. Like, my brother's actually very quiet to himself, and then I'm like the
You're the baby.
No, it literally, it's like, you know, you have like the quiet son
you
and
the
everything
baby?
like that. Yeah, but I'm the baby, and then I'm the one that's just like hanging from the chandelier, like, you know. But then again, like, I was crazy growing up. My mom compared me. She was so fucked up growing up. It was hilarious. My mom's one of the funniest people alive. Like, when I was born, she was first like, okay, first she had Rosemary's Baby, then she had Damien.
Okay.
Then after Damien, she had Reagan. These are all stages of my life. She said that like I was just very like, but at the same time, you have to understand,
Were you
like,
rebellious?
huh?
Were you rebellious?
Oh my gosh, my mom said that anytime she went to daycare, she checked in the office first to see if I was there first before she.
Are you still rebellious?
Rebellious in a way where, like, I live my life how I want to, yes, but I would say that I'm more like. Everything's intentional though. Like, you know, I try to be very considerate of other people's feelings and like how, you know, how this action might affect other people and then I try to think about those things.
Was that not always the case?
I feel like sometimes I definitely got caught up in the moment, you know, in the beginning, and I really wanted to take I guess like I said, like the past few years is just really strengthening my friendships and my relationships with those. Like, you know, like I said, like beforehand of music, like I had a hard time really connecting with people. Like, I'm a very, very literal person.
Yeah.
Like, so sometimes like I will say something and like I literally mean it literally, but like sometimes it can come off as like I'm being an asshole.
Right.
But it's like I actually am asking a genuine question.
Yeah.
Like me and my friend Karina, she might be watching right now. I was at WVU with her just hanging out because I needed an escape. We went hiking and everything out there because I told her, I was like, I have had it. I've been at work for 3 weeks straight,
exchanged
had 3 days
scenery.
off. Like, I need to be in the woods. Like,
Yeah.
I need to be grounded again. So we went there and we're taking, like, every single day she takes these 2 huskies, this like cute old lady, she just helps her out and takes them for a walk, a 2-mile walk every day. Most adorable thing. And while we're walking, we were passing this parking lot, and one of the huskies tried drinking from a puddle, and she was like, no, like, there's probably oil in there.
Right.
And I was like, oh, like, do all, like, parking lots have oil? Because I thought, like, my brain, like, was like, oh, does it come from the buildings, blah, blah, blah. But she was, like, trying to say, like, how, like, when cars are parked over, like, the oil from the cars
Could
goes in the
drip.
puddles and
Right.
not to let your dogs drink from there. And I was like, oh, like, but, like, I was saying it as I was thinking.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so, like, all parking lots have gas. And, like, I guess the way it sounded like,
You were being
yeah, but I was
sarcastic,
genuinely asking. She was like, yeah, what are you trying to be smart, asshole? And I was like, no, like,
Like, no, I'm being for
I'm
real.
being for real. Like, I
Yeah.
did not know that. And, you know, that's kind of like what started that when I realized it was like, oh, like it's not like
I have to be more conscious of these
Yes,
things,
very
yeah.
conscious. So that's why it's like I'm very conscious of that because it can affect my relationships because they can think that I'm like,
Unintentionally.
yeah, and it's just
Yeah.
like, no, literally, I have no idea what the fuck's going on half the time. Like,
Right.
I'm in my own little world.
Yeah.
So it's like I try to be very aware about how like I say things and how
I'm sure the people that are close to you probably already understand that about you.
yeah. Oh my gosh, my friend Deja, love her to death. She straight up always tells me, she's like, we gotta get you on some PR stuff, girl. Like, we gotta make sure we filter you out because you be saying some crazy shit sometimes, and I gotta be like, yeah, you're right. Like maybe I should have thought about that before it left my mouth.
No, it's okay. You did good tonight.
Yeah,
don't
I
think you said-
know.
don't think
Trust
you
me,
said
I
anything
was
crazy.
very, very. I thought before I spoke
I don't,
tonight.
Yeah, I don't think you said anything too wild tonight.
Yeah, except mentioning a few name drops, but it's all good.
What's up, Taylor?
So,
No, we thank everybody for tuning in to the world's dopest podcast, the Marley State of Mind podcast, down here at the Bunch of Bull Studios, as we are every Saturday. I thank you so much for joining me.
yeah, thank you for having me. I had a
lot of
great
fun.
time on here.
Yeah, me too. It was good getting to know more about you and behind the music, for sure. Make sure y'all check in with us every Saturday. I'll be here. We also have what the hell's the name of Greg's thing? I always forget the name of it. The world we know. The world we know. Make sure you guys tune in with us for that as well. But until then, we're out of here. Peace.